All right, hey, Thrash Metal IQ here with an update collection I just bought. This is a big one. This is 1,100 metal CDs and about 360 LPs. I got this from a dude in Pomona. Super nice guy. Unfortunately, his brother had just passed, and this was his collection. I paid $7,000 for it. This is what's in it. So it's so big, I'm gonna have to break this into like multiple things and edit together. So I paid more or less $4 a CD, which is a lot for like used CDs, kind of. But if you look at these, I mean, so many of these are brand new. They're like box sets. Got a sealed Deicide. Got a sealed this obituary clam case. This Marduk box sets, Rotting Christ box sets. And a lot of stuff is newer. My Dying Bride box set. 90% of it's sealed. Barely any like Iron Maiden or Van Halen, all just underground metal. All right, so let's take a look at this first box. This Deicide Stench of Redemption box set, Bush Tuka Tier deluxe box set. Got My Dying Bride sealed deluxe box set. This is boarded Retro Gore box set. This is a reissue of Marduk Front Schwein. This is a Both. This is the first album box set. Soulfly, brand new sealed box set. Another My Dying Bride sealed deluxe box set. New Job for a Cowboy. Got a Moonspell. Faded Dream. These guys, everybody's going crazy for Old Man's Child. I think this is the original. A lot of these are originals, meaning, a lot of these CDs I'd say are like 2004 to 2007. I know the 90s CDs are a little bit more sexy, but this here is an OG. 2005 this album came out. These are cool, like these Unleashed comps. People love those. This is cool. Incantation. This is like the deluxe reissue. This is from the early 2000s, maybe. Some of these deluxe Symphony X's. More of these deluxe Moonspells, sealed. Oh, these are cool. So I've never even seen these. These are the Marduk. They're reissues, alternate cover. Pretty cool. I've honestly never seen these, and I like some of these. These are alt covers, and they're cool. This Heaven Shall Burn, When We Were Gathered. This is another alt cover. Marduk, To Suitor, Desert Northern Hell, probably their best album. Blunt Ass Nord, Rotting Christ. Reissue or a deluxe set of some kind. They got some of this Rivers of Nil. This is technical death metal. It just came out. Suitor, Kill for Satan. 3 Inches of Blood, recently reunited Canadian thrash. Some of these deluxe Fear Factories, like, man, these are kind of cool. These Septic Flesh, big double digipacks. Naglfar, this stuff sells. Black Metal, this Accept album I think is like from this year. Crisium, Black Forest Domain. This is a early 2000s reissue. Gun Records, Germany. That one's actually worth some money. Original Crisium. That's a first press right there, I believe. And early Unleashed from like early 2000 compilation. Some Immortal. These are, there's so many different pressings of Immortals because their stuff sells. These look like maybe late 90s, early 2000s issues. Heart of Winter. That one, this one it looks like an early 2000 reissue. Accept, Blind Rage. Controversial opinion. I wasn't really into Accept until Blood of Nations. And this is the album after Blood of Nations. I like the new singer better than I liked Udo. Technical death metal, first press, Rivers of Nil. Vader, some kind of deluxe. Looks like DVD. This is a 2000-ish reissue of Christian Deluxe Christian Bloodshed. Azeroth, it's a good one. This one's a Deathgasm reissue. No, I think it's the first one. This one is Heaven Shall Burn, Veto, Archgoat. This one is Morbound. This is OG, I believe. It's cool. Urgathol, Norwegian black metal, good stuff. Sealed. Candlemass. This is some 2000s. These albums are actually surprisingly good. New Obituary album, pretty good. Not life-changing, but decent. Kill Devil Hill, it's my buddy Dewey's band. Rex from Pantera was in this. I've seen them, not anything I listen to, but I've seen them live. They're pro. New Accept album. This is brand new. Fulci. Oh, this album is so cringe. I can't believe somebody actually bought this. I actually had to listen to this, and this is Mick Mars from Motley Crue. Might be the worst album I've ever heard. Bar none. A Symphony X Deluxe 2 CD. Oh, Eyes of Not. My chick listed this one as, she put Eyes of Not Come. This is Eyes of Noctum, not Come. Must have been a subliminal hint. I don't know nothing about this, but this is an expensive CD. This October Tide. Some he's sealed. These are all sealed. Cow Decapitations. This is kind of cool. It's Deluxe Creator. 200 Stab Wounds. Again, sealed. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is a Gargoth Antichrist. This is Century Media, second press. Necrophagist. That's original Satyricon Nemesis Divina. This is a second pressing Gorgoroth. Oh, this is OG first press Gorgoroth Destroyer. Whitechapel. This one's actually a good one. This one's a OG. This is like when they were still on Candlelight before on Metal Blade. The CD is actually worth money. Hypocrisy, some kind of remake of Catch 22 or remix. One of a billion Soulfly albums I've never heard of, but some kind of deluxe version. First press, Sepultura, Beneath the Remains. Another Gorgoroth, Twilight of the Idols. I think that's the first press, Nuclear Blast, before they got dropped from Nuclear Blast for some kind of bizarre show in the Netherlands or something like that. Christian, OG copy of Grave. All these are like near mint too. OG Tiamat, not super valuable, but pretty sought after CD, I guess. Got all these OG Hornas, Finland, good black metal. This I almost got excited about, but this is a second press of this Satyricon album. Originals of this are like $100. This Deicide, I don't even know much about this. Was it called Rebirth of Blasphemy or something? Overtures to Blasphemy. It's worth money. I'm not sure why. It's a recent album. Blast Nord. This is the album everybody wants. I'm not a super fan of that band, but they're okay. Obituary, recent album, some kind of special edition. Camp Fur, some kind of Viking metal. This is like a 90s press of Mayhem, their big album. A sealed Marduk Panzer Division. This is like 2006. Got basically every Inquisition album. Most of them are sealed too. Two-man black metal band. Some people said they diddled kids, but that's in question, as reported by Metal Sucks, so who knows if you can believe it. Early press, Creator, Extreme Aggression. Oh yeah, right here. These are definitely worth talking about. This is a recent reissue of Dissection, the Suburlian. This is a first press of Recanos, or however you pronounce it. This is the last album he did before Jean committed suicide. Another Dissection, Storm of the Lightsbane. That is another deluxe. First press, Gojira. Got a newer Devourment, Conceived in Sewage. Grave compilation. This is a Bork Nagar. This is the second press, not the Malicious Records. Origin, original. Rivers of Nil. Recent album, but out of print. Hail of Bullets. First press, Borknagar Olden Domain. Here is an OG immolation. Oh, here we go. This End Style. These guys are dope. Aggressive black metal. This is pretty cool. This is Dark Tranquility. We Are the Void. Got some OG Deluxe Amon Amarth. Enthroned. This is like a triple CD, quadruple CD. Maybe there's 4 CDs in that. Early press of Mayhem, Death Crush, Abzu, and this is an original, maybe early 2000s. Decrepit Birth, Unique Leader, first press. Venom, Black Metal, a original Lord Belial, Kiss the Goat. Vital Remains, Icons of Evil, Unleashed. These are all cool. Black Disc, brand new. These are from 2006. They're like in perfect condition. Rotting Christ. This one's sealed as well. All these are sealed. These Dark Tranquility, all sealed. These are from like 2006, 2008. These are totally out of print. Cataclysm, sealed 2000, early 2000s. Early Creator press. I think that's from like 2000. Yeah, with the bonus tracks. The Flag of Hate EP. Sealed Rotting Christ, another one. Napalm Death's first press. Smear Campaign, sealed. Mila Cash, first press, sealed. 2 copies of Amon Amarth, sealed. The Digipack version. Oh, this is a cool one. Venom, Metal Black. This is the original press. It looks like a club. That one's sealed. This is an early None So Vile. Not the first press, but I think the second. Cryptopsy. Thunderbolt, Apocalyptic Doom, sealed. Moonspell, deluxe version, sealed. And then, if you want some nerd metal, got some Vintrol. Alagok, Marrow of the Spirit, sealed. Dark Throne, Total Death. I think that's first press. It's Thrifing. I think that's a first press as well. Blunt Ass Nord. Destruction. Thrash Anthems. This is a re-recording of a lot of their classic stuff. Sealed Hatebreed Supremacy CD. Original Sealed Shadows Fall. Original Thrifing. Some is Camphor. A Cethereal. Vomitory. These guys are pretty dope. Swedish Death Metal. Nomenon Recremation. This is a sealed Quintessence by Borknagar. That's an original. Century Media. Funeral Mist, Salvation. It's like a $30 CD. Original Lord Belial, Black and Curse. These are early presses, like 2008. Total Holocaust. November's Doom. Vader Deluxe Edition. We'll go through these LPs a little bit at a time. These Insomniums, I mean, Insomnium, Jesus, I don't really like them. It's death metal for chicks. But all these albums, big money, like some of them over $100, all out of print. Then there are reissues too. But yeah, let's be honest. Insomnium is death metal for girls. And some of these are sealed. We got right here, this is Insomnium Winter's Gate. This is sealed. This is the original 2016 press. It's got a little ding in the top of it, but other than that, it's sealed. Oh, this Slayer Repentless Killology. I was actually at this show, last show. And this one is a special edition orange black. Again, this one's sealed. This one here is original Devin Townsend, was Transcendence. There's also some special vinyl color. And this one is near mint. This is one of the best things in the collection. This is Celtic Frost, Monotheist, but it is the special edition white vinyl, and this is the first press. This isn't a repress. This is the 2016, and this is also what I consider, it's one of the top metal comeback albums of all time. If I went top metal comeback albums, I might have to say, except Blood of Nations, this, and maybe Black Sabbath 13. This is also cool. This is Triptychon. This is the 2016 press. Near mint condition. This weighs about a zillion pounds. It's like double 220 gram or something. Got the H.R. Geiger artwork, as did a lot of Tom G. Warrior's things. My Dying Bride, this is a repress of the first EP. Weed Eater, this is a reissue. Oh, okay, here's another good one. This is Oligarch, or however you pronounce it. The Mantle. This is I think this is a US press. Some folk metal. This is another 2016. Before everybody freaks out, I know it's Agalok and not Oligarch. I don't know what the hell I was saying when I was recording that video. I actually listened to those guys, didn't listen to them until fairly recently. I kind of resisted it because I heard it was folk metal, which isn't my favorite genre, but it's actually super good. Oh yeah, this right here, another like super, this is Panopticon, bluegrass black metal. I listened to it a little bit. It's kind of interesting. All this stuff is like super out of print. As far as I know, it was only printed once. This is another 2016. This one is super. This one's a rare color. I think it's white. This is another Panopticon of the, this is Autumn Eternal. The one before it is, I think this one's a compilation maybe. And this one's actually a studio album. This one's like about a $150 album. Super out of print. This another one, another big one. This Tiamat. This is 2016 too, I think. This is a reissue because this original one came out in the 90s. And this is Wild Honey. It's a repress, but totally out of print. This Cerebral Rot, probably my favorite $20 spin band. Really kind of solid doom death, I guess you would say. Oh, this is a good one right here. Mortician, Hacked Up for Barbecue, reissue. These guys, their shows are packed now, and I remember seeing them back in the 90s with like 3 people there. Here's another of those Morticians from the 90s. Morticians, Chainsaw Dismemberment, probably my second favorite Mortician. Mortal Masker. I tell you, when the Hell's Headbangers came out with all these represses of Mortician, those things would go to like $200 overnight. Then I think Relapse got wind of it, that there's a lot of people buying these, or there's a lot of money in it, and they did their own represses. Not as good as the Hell's Headbangers. Here's one, Neon Nightmare. Sounds like a kind of low rent, Typo Negative. You oughta, like kind of semi-canceled black metal. I like them quite a bit. Here's a Cavalera re-recording of Schizophrenia, reissue, some kind of anniversary of gore metal. Here's a Megadeth reissue. This one's actually kind of worth some money. This in this moment, all their stuff seems to be pretty hot. Again, more recent Nile. This is a special color of Queensryche. These Electric Wizards, pretty money. Some Exodus that nobody really cares about. This is worth a ton of money. I don't really know why. I guess because it's already sold out. This is just from last year. Evisceration Plague by Cannibal Corpse. This one's still in print, but this color is a kind of special one. We'll just breeze through some of these. Immortal, this is common. Another Cerebral Rot, my favorite $20 spin. This is a Oligarch. This is an OG, another one, so that's kind of cool. This is another Insomnium Winter's Gate. This is an original with the CD. I think it's a special color. Another Insomnium. These are from another collection, these Sam Hain bootlegs. Got a few of these. Death represses, like these are nothing. Represses of the Exodus albums nobody really likes. To me, Exodus is one of those bands that they have, one album, essentially. It's the first one. Aside from that, I don't really listen to them. I guess it's kind of cool. You see, like, this guy bought this High in Fiber. I know Matt Pike a little bit. I hung out with him. I grew up with Brent Hines. They're good friends. Matt's a cool dude. This dude got not every, I think there's more variants, but he got like 4 different presses of this. This is a newer album. And then this, here's another one, this Enterprise Earth. I don't really know much about this band, but This guy liked it enough to get every different variant. So hopefully somebody likes this band. Imagine, I think it's death metal. And then kind of the same thing with this folky, this Duck Face Killings. $20 spin band. They all kind of have the same look. All have this kind of the same sound in my opinion. But here's one. This is a new Ace Frehley album. This is probably the one he likes the most. He has 7 variants of this. I heard like this album, there's some controversy as to whether he actually even played on it. He definitely didn't write anything. It's all written on by other people. Not a big Kiss fan. Controversial opinion. I mean, the Kiss looked scary AF, and then they just sound like wimpy pop. They suck. There, I said it. Gatecreeper, kind of overrated death metal in my opinion. Imperial Triumphant. I think these are reissues from like the 2000s. Pretty good black metal. Interesting. They do some good stuff. Another Imperial Triumphant. Watain, pretty common. You see Watain's, one of the more mainstream, popular black metal bands. Another one of these Gatecreeper. Fairly popular, I guess, like younger band. Incantation, Repress, Smashing Pumpkins. These Smashing Pumpkins, and there's another few Smashing Pumpkins I have over there that were just so big I had to take them and put them in here. Death, Human, all this stuff's common. Triumph of Death. This is some kind of a Tom G. Warrior recording that early stuff for the billionth time. Smashing Pumpkins, this is an early album. Was it Gish? This is probably the worst band. I've had the displeasure of seeing them live, and they're just so boring. I mean, I've actually heard the studio stuff, and it's okay, but Primitive Man is just boring. It's just like a bunch of fat guys hitting a big open chord. Whitechapel, this is brand new. Oh, Burning Witches. This one's sealed. This one's a special color. It's worth like $50, I think. He's got every one of these Baroness albums. I think I have every one. This is a Nile. A Suffocation. These guys had so many albums aside from like their classic ones, and they're all pretty good. Theron, some symphonic metal. Cryptopsy. It's one of their more recent albums. I think only the drummer is still in the band. Septic Flesh. I think they're from Greece. Alternative death black metal. Here, these have a bunch of these Cavalera, the re-recordings of the early Sepultura albums. I like the early recordings better. These aren't horrible though. I don't know if it really needed to be done, but they did it. The production is modernized, but it's not modernized to a point of like where it's just too polished. A ton of these like deluxe. Blind Guardians. Again, I got every Baroness in here. These are all represses. These albums came out originally in the 2000s. Baroness. This OSI is some kind of experimental stuff. OSI and Jupiter, yeah, that's what it is. Not OSI, the Metal Blade Band. Maul, another $20 spin band. Oh, this is Bush Tuka. Some of these Bush Tuka albums, this one isn't, but some of these are worth a shit ton. Baroness, and here's like another High in Fiber. So I have 5 different presses of this. The newest Obituary album, it's not that new anymore. Craven, some Zack Sabbath. I sold quite a few of these already. There were multiple in this. Some Hammer Falls reissues from the 90s. Sleep reissue. The Dope Smoker, I think that's from early 2000s. Daylight Dies, some metalcore. Exhumed, brand new Exhumed album. Ulcerate. Incantations, fairly new. Bat, some of the guys in Municipal Waste. Witch Vomit, Suffocation. This is a repress of one of their 2004. 6 Feet Under, probably one of those ones with Chris Barnes' super crappy vocals. Machine Head, probably one of the worst bands ever to play a note of music. This album is worth a ton for some reason. It should be worth like 5 cents. This is a reissue of The Blackening. I know that the originals of this are like worth ridiculous money. Tomb Mold. I can't see what the hype is about these guys. I don't see what the hatred is for them either, other than they look kind of stupid. But I mean, okay, death metal band, not life changing, but decent. This is kind of funny, and this guy has like 4 variants, you know, different numbers of pressings. Vader, a reissue from either late 90s or 2000s. It's late 90s, another late 90s Vader reissue. Uada is kind of semi-canceled. Black metal, good stuff though. Another one, I really like this album as well. Dijon Mustard, something like that. Halo Effect, some kind of prog death metal. Oh, Kerry King. Now this album, I mean, Jesus. I kind of liked it when it came out. All the performances are good. Everybody in the band is good. Just some of the writing is just so cringe. The lyrics are so bad. 200 Stab Wounds. Mortician. It's a reissue from like 2000s. Another 200 Stab Wounds. Crowbar. Heard this guy is just slipped a disc. What's his name? Kurt. Can't tour, or is touring, but might be doing it in a wheelchair or something. Oh, Electric Wizard. That's a cool. I mean, I really like that album cover. That's just cool. It looks like a 70s horror thing. Cattle Decap. I heard these guys actually eat meat. They're posers. Got, you know, some Cannibal Corpse, Ahab. Some these actually for like Funeral Doom. I like these guys quite a bit. Mick Mars. This is probably the worst album I ever put out. Oh, another Electric Wizard. That one is the only one that's a little ding on it. This is kind of cool. He's got all 3 versions of these Necrot. This is a new album from these guys. 3-piece from the Bay Area death metal. Really good band. Great riffs. 6 Feet Under, their first few albums, they had Alan West. It was good. And he's just on to like sucking right now, in my opinion. Skeletal Remains, these guys are dope. Total Morbid Angel ripoffs. They're from LA. But good bands. I enjoy them. Deicide, haven't even heard of this one. Aborted. Aborted's okay. A little overrated, in my opinion. Inter Arma, this, I checked these guys. This shit's horrible. Like, unlistenable. Disaster. These guys are good. German, like thrash. We got some Dream Theater. You know, all these Dream Theater reissues. Which Bork Nagar. This is more recent. Immolation. Job for a Cowboy. New Rob Zombie. And these Chemist guys. Probably one of the only bands on $20 Spin that sells an Ephonicium, like Viking metal. Hey, well, hopefully the editing didn't melt your brain too bad. It was just, that collection was just too big. There's no way I could shoot it all in one take. But that's the stuff you need to see, I guess. There was more, but I just kind of, you know, try to keep it interesting and not too long. If you have a collection like this you want to sell, even if you got it under the crappy circumstances that I happen to get this under, this is what I do. I buy collections. My information is beneath the video, and thank you for watching. Catch you soon.